Hey lads, welcome to the weekly review. Hopefully you had a good 45 week. It was relatively nice to push some keys. If you managed to do so, that's good. If not, it's Tyrannical week now, so it will be a little bit more challenging to kill some of the bosses. Let me start with the affixes that we're going to go into this week. So Tyrannical is expected, Afflicted, and Bolstering. Let me start backwards. Bolstering is nerfed right now. It doesn't increase the health of the mobs anymore, so it's just the damage that they will be doing once they get a bolstering stack. So, considering that this is not a fortified week, it means that that should not be very dangerous to your tanks. Even if you bolster something to infinity, you can still kill it pretty quickly because it's not getting any extra health, only damage. And if the tank is smart enough, they can kite a little bit and should be relatively fine. So this is basically nothing to be scared of, especially on Tyrannical week. And Afflicted is an affix that many people kind of disliked, but I'm okay with this one. The one that I didn't like was Incorporeal. I have a few videos on my channel which talk about Afflicted, how you can deal with it, but generally just have a dispel ready. You don't have to heal the ads. Have a dispel ready. Most certainly you're going to have somebody in your group that has a dispel as well, whether it's the tank or a DPS. So it should be relatively easy to deal with this. Even if you overlap and you dispel the same ad, then one of the dispels is not on cooldown, so you can dispel the other one. And even if a yell goes off, it's not the end of the world. It's reduced haste by 100%, but it's not as bad as Incorporeal, because if Incorporeal goes out, then it's probably a wipe, right? So just keep that in mind, and you can remind your party once you zone into the dungeon, can you help, dispel, etc., right? And especially like if you're a shaman or something, you can use the poison cleansing totem, which deals with those pretty easily. And if God forbids everything goes south, you can always try and heal one. But generally, this is an affix that I kind of like. So I'm actually looking forward to this Tyrannical week. It doesn't look like it's very good affixes, but at the end of the day, I think you can push some really high keys. And of course, be prepared for longer boss fights and harder encounters there. Let me also remind you that the Catalyst is now out for a second week in a row, which means that you have 2 charges now, even if you're an ult. And assuming that you have a 2000 IU rating, and you have, as I do on my Paladin, you have your Mark of Mastery, that's a 3rd piece. So even if you're just starting, you will be very, very close to a 4-piece tier set bonus. Keep that in mind. It's usually a huge upgrade, whether if it's healing, tanking, or DPS, which also means that right now everybody should be at pretty high item level. They should have their 4-piece bonus, so pushing keys should be relatively easier in general, considering that everybody is more powerful, much more powerful than they were in the beginning of the season. So having said that, let me loot my boxes here. Holy is the spec on the Paladin. I already have 2 pieces. I have my token, so if I get a piece in here, that would be nice. If not, oh, there we go. I get hands, which is actually huge because my hands are old. Oh, we got the spoils too, though. And then we have a shield. I'm tempted to go with this because this is going to be my 4-piece. I actually want to take the spoils, but I can try and farm this as well. I don't have any good healing trinkets right now. While I'm not going to be able to farm this, and it also has speed, right? So that's a pretty decisive factor. I don't raid on the Paladin. This is something that I didn't like this season. It is now when I'm starting to get my 4-piece bonus, right? Because I didn't raid earlier. So I think I'll just pick that, and then I'll use my token to get my 4-piece. And I guess I'll spend some time in Altaris to farm that trinket. Alright, so I'm kind of happy with this. Let me equip it just for the heck of it. And let's go to my Shaman now. This week should be a little bit better for me. Things are getting relatively normal in the movie camp, so I think I'll be able to stream my raid tomorrow and the day after and probably push some keys. So hopefully some content coming back to the channel now, since it's been a little bit of a quiet week since my family has grown with additional member and we're still getting used to everything. Alright, and my shaman is pretty much decked out. I got the spoils, I got the rain song as healing trinkets. I have pretty good enhancement trinkets as well, but I think I'll just open as enhancement because I still could use small upgrade on my offhand weapon, and maybe I don't know what else, what I can get. To be honest, there's not a specific piece of loot. Maybe upgrade a ring. There's actually my healing gear. I have an enhancement ring that needs upgrading, and probably a chest piece. Chest piece would be nice. Alright, crit mastery is a bit meh. We have a helm, which is fine, it's upgrade, but my 441 helm has a leech, which is actually not bad. Right, and then we have the boots. Crit mastery boots. So that's a bit... because those stats are not good for, like, neither enhancement nor resto. But this is basically the same. So I guess I can sim which one of the two is better DPS increase, because I don't think I'll be taking the helm. I'd rather keep the leech on the 441. So I'll take one of these and I'll sim which one will be a better DPS increase for me. Looking at this, probably the cloak. But yeah, I'll sim those and pick one of these. Oh, we cannot have the best vaults on every character, right? Hopefully you have a better luck than I do. Hopefully you have a good week pushing some tyrannical keys, and I'll see you somewhere in Azeroth. Until then, good luck and happy king.